Hell Warriors, welcome back for another video. This is our shield video, solo drills to do during this COVID-19 shutdown. If you do not have a shield, you can use weights. If you don't have weights, I'm sure you can figure something out that's shield-like, or even just holding your hand out, pretending like you are holding a shield, moving back and doing these exercises. As far as your companion weapon, it can be an axe, it can be a sax, it can be a regular sword, whatever it is that you want to do. I'm going to use the axe today. So we're going to do two parts. We're going to do shield exercises, weapon exercises, and then bringing them together. So first off, we're going to start with the shield. I want you to do 20 to 25 repetitions, even more so if you feel like you're doing really good with the shield and you've been working with it a lot. First off, we're going to start with just the basic presses. So holding the shield in its normal position, pressing it up, and do 20 to 25 of these or more. Then we're going to do hammer curls. So blocking our leg, protecting our leg, protecting our head, protecting our leg, protecting our head, and moving that back and forth. Then we're also going to do punches, 25 to 25 shield punches. So as anyone who has worked with the shield, they know that just those exercises, doing 20 to 25 reps, is going to give you a good burn, especially starting. So we'll take a break with the shield, let your arm get all loose, pick up your weapon. We're going to do some basic strikes with your weapon. So with a single-handed weapon, we don't have a giant crossguard like a longsword. We don't have the giant head of a Dane axe to protect us. So we have to use all of our strikes and our in-between our strikes to protect ourselves. So one thing we want to make sure is we're going to start with right side descending strikes. So striking from the right side, striking down. So we do our strike as we would normally do it, coming down. And now we're going to, in the return, pulling the weapon with the haft of the axe or the blade of the sword to cover our head and our face in between our strike and back into our strike. Blocking our head and our face, back into the strike. Back into the strike. Blocking and back. Do our 20 to 25 reps of weapon, descending strikes, right to left, cutting through, making sure that we're protecting our head and our face in the returns. And we're gonna do the opposite side. So striking from the left, striking from the left, the axe goes off to the side or the blade goes off to the side. Again, we're protecting the top of our head and our face. Strike, strike, and block. Strike and block. Everything that we do is going to be protecting ourselves in between our strikes. And that'll help, especially when you're holding a shield and you're starting to get fatigued and you're pulling your shield in. You can keep yourself safe as you go. So do 20 to 25 from right to left, blocking, and left to right, blocking, back into the strike. All right, then we're gonna do more descending and ascending strikes. This time we're gonna move our feet. I would suggest keeping your arm up kind of where your shield would be. If you feel like you have the stamina with the shield to be able to hold your shield during this, please do. It's good to learn what the restrictions are of the shield as far as how you can strike going around it. So now we're gonna do descending strikes right to left with passing strikes. Cutting back and forth, keeping our weapon in front of our body. We don't want to pull our weapon all the way back and bring it out of combat. We want to keep that all in front of us. And then same thing with striking from underneath. For anyone that has been using the shield for a while knows that the left side strikes coming from underneath, you got to go over your shield to get that strike. All right, again, 20 to 25 of those. I forgot to mention, just like in our footwork video and all the other videos that we posted, we want to make sure with this forward and backwards drills that we're stepping off to the side. So as I'm going and I'm doing my descending strikes and I'm getting in the habit of it, I want to do some side steps with it. All right. So we're going to pick the shield back up. If you want to hold your companion weapon, feel free to do so. Have it in an area that is not going to get in the way. Have it in the mast position or maybe in the prow position. So we're gonna do open and closing the door. So our shield is gonna open all the way up and then close all the way. Open and close. Open and close. Try to keep that elbow facing down. We don't wanna extend our arm all the way out. We wanna keep it nice and tight into the body. Do 20 to 25 of those, more if you can. Then we're gonna do shoulder raises. So we're gonna do two types. We're gonna do it with the arm extended, lifting up to shoulder height or slightly above the shoulder, back down. Then we're also gonna do bent arm. So bringing the shield in and doing our shoulder raises in that manner. All right, so now we're gonna move on using both the shield and our companion weapon. So this first one is very, we're giving you freedom to move around the area. So if you got a lot of room, use all that room. If you don't, you can kind of just move back and forth with your stance, moving off to the side. We're just going to do shield punches and thrusts. So if you're using an axe, it's going to be the thrust of the horn. If you're using a sword, obviously the tip of the blade. So moving with it, we're just going to start off slow of passing step and passing step. Moving, punching with the shield, and thrusting. You can change angles with your companion weapon. But now we want to move out, move from side to side as we do it. So we can move off to the side, get all of our punches, do some shuffle steps, and really get that stamina of using both weapons at the same time. So do that one again, 20 to 25 times, even more so if you can. The next one we're gonna do is some high-low thrusts. So you can start off static, not moving, and then I want you to move forward, backwards, side to side. So we're gonna start off with our shield is kind of low. We're gonna thrust over, then our shield is gonna go high, and we're gonna thrust under. Thrust over, thrust under. Thrust over, thrust under. And like I said, start static, and then start moving around with it depending on your ability. The last one we're going to do, I believe it's the last one, is being able to strike on the left and right side, but also having your shield on the right and left side. So it's gonna start off striking, returning, going to the left side strike. Now my shield is on my right, moving my shield to the left. Shield to the right, striking, shield to the left, striking. We're using the shield to cover the openings that are being exposed because of the strike. Same thing, we can start static like I am. I'm just kind of moving my foot out. And then I want you to do it moving around. You can start mixing them together if you want. All right, so that's our first video of the shield. Keep that shield around, keep it in your living room, pick it up when you're watching a movie or just hanging out the house. Get used to moving this thing. And it is a bulky piece of wood. All right, thanks again. Have a good one. Don't forget about the COVID-19 challenge. Practice these things all week. Send me videos for feedback and critiques. We'll talk to you soon. Stay safe.